me up on the way to make me rise. You get me high. I saw you there since then every day. It's like I'm lost and thinking of you in every way. Since I fell into your eyes, all I know is that you get me high. You get me high. It's like a you are. You blow my mind the way you walk in my way. Then I fall into your eyes. I swear to God that you made me high. Oh baby, the way you make me rise. I said, before you came, you know.
It's your boy Concert Viz 34 back at home.
What up? What up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34.
Yep, so your boy Concert Viz 34 coming to here.
What up? What up? It's your boy Concert Viz 34. Aria. Okay, so this is Aria, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and about your love for the Dave Matthews Band.
I've been a fan of the band since April 28, 1998. And if you recognize the date, that's when Before These Crowded Streets was released.
Alpine is definitely a better venue than Summerfest, but we'll take it. I think I've been going to shows for about 20-something years.
I always tell people, like, compare DMB to now to when I first started. And I got started, in my opinion, I feel like I got started late. Like, I was at the very end of the band's prime. I feel like that 03 to 06 was like the end of the prime. 07, 08 was like we're at the very end, and then when Roy passed.
But Dave really, this is the thing. Dave has put, Rashawn has been assigned the quarterback of this team. He is the coach, the play caller. He designs the jams. Dave just shows up and plays whatever he's going to play. What up? What up? It's your boy, Chia, Concert Viz 34. And thank you guys for joining me tonight. There was limited taste of Mexico, should I say, tonight. And that's okay. That means people were enjoying the music and people were having a good time. And also that potentially there was not good internet connections on stage, which again isn't necessarily a bad thing. The most important thing is that people who went out to Mexico got a great set. We're going to go over it here. If you are watching this, if you're watching the replay and you are in Mexico and want to be on the show, audio only, audio and video, please comment on this video's chat or in the comment section, because I am looking for people to talk to after the shows who are in Mexico. That just, if you have 5 to 10 minutes, we want to get your initial thoughts. And then after that, you need to just get off this thing and enjoy Mexico. But I do want to hear from people who are there, because that's what's most important when it comes to stuff like this, right? This is the whole point of why I started this last year. After every show is I want to get people who are there to give their reactions. We can talk about the set all day, all night, but people who are actually there are going to give us account of what it was like, what it felt like, what the environment was like, what the atmosphere like. Even if we get two different people from the show giving two different reports, which we've had before, right, of how they felt about it. That's what this is about. So again, if you did go to the show, just comment. Just put in the comments below. And again, if you're watching the replay on YouTube after this live stream ends, just say, hey, I'm here. I'd love to connect. And the other thing is you can reach out to me on Twitter or Instagram at Conserviz34 and message me, tag me, say, hey, publicly, hey, follow me. And then so I can direct message you and it's at Concert Vids 34. If you follow me on there or message me on there or even publicly comment, I'll be able to go from there. So this show, let's pull it up here. This show had a lot of different things. And Connor says, didn't want my expectations to be too high, but Dave and Tim blew them up and away. Yes, they did. It's crazy to get both of those. Oops, wrong one. To get too high and up and away and good time. It's the first too high since 2006. First time good been played since 2014. First Dave and Tim performance of it. And up and away, first time it's been played since 2005. There's only one other Dave and Tim performance. That's your holy trinity of, oh my gosh, that's your holy trinity of wow. Good time, too high, and up and away. Amen. I'm Protestant, so I don't know the sign of the cross. I don't know how you do that. We don't do that. We don't have a pope either. We just talk to God. And shout out to Groton27. His name is Greg. And he says, any chance we get too high as a special E1 song in a few slots? I don't think that happens. But the thing about Dave and Tim sets like this, if they just took elements of what makes this great and put it in an encore one spot, it would actually make the encores better, right? Dave does a lot of Dave so anyway. Having a too high would be awesome in a full band setting for the E1 spot. And I was actually thinking about that. It's funny you brought that up. I was thinking about that because they played that, right? They played Too High and Up and Away. Both of those songs, just, even if it's just Dave and Tim, there's so much more possibility when it's Dave and Tim. The full band ultimately is the prize, right? It's what we all seek to see live. And if it was a full band show here, even if the set was a little bit different, like that would be like an ultimate, like even a crazier thing. But Dave and Tim have shown time after time that when it's just them, they do some things that the full band doesn't really do that frequently. We've seen so many great things in Mexico that we don't even get at the Gorge for the full band. And I'm sure if the full band was here in Mexico, you would get some surprises. But it's just Dave and Tim, no matter where playing, give you special stuff. Mexico just takes it to a whole new level. We had a good time. Apparently, this was the first, as far as just like a regular set that's opened with good time. I have to fact check that later. But that's what DMB Society says. Shout out to DMB Society. Follow them on Twitter. But it is just phenomenal what you get. I mean, the first 5 songs, you get Good Time, which is just a great unreleased song. I'd love to see that on the album. Bartender, Gray Street, Grace, Too High. 700th Gray Street, Connor says. Interesting. Yep. And I guess that can be an accurate count. I always say when you say it's like the 100th or 200th of a certain song, sometimes it can be inaccurate because we don't know what they played in some of the 90s shows, early 90s. But Gray Street, by the time it came out, I think everyone knew. Unless you're... Oh, Mile High Dad. I know, and it's okay, Mile High Dad. If you don't want to come on, that's fine. I know, you said, and that's fine. But if you just want to give us, if you want to in the chat, if you want to just give us some of your thoughts about the show, what was your favorite moment? What was the environment like? If you just want to put that in the chat, and we're going to put it up here. Like I said, I know that you probably don't want to go live, which is, again, fine. But if you want to just put some stuff in the chat there, Shane, a.k.a. Mile High Dad, let's actually, and while we're waiting for him to do that, what we want to do is we want to take a look at some of his follow him on Twitter. Let's take a look at some of the things that he posted from the show. So this is some pictures here. Just returned to the room and we are exhausted. What a show. All day in the sun, unlimited drinks taking its toll on the community. Everyone rebound tomorrow, hydrate tonight, and get ready. Yeah. So thanks for even being on. I would have been asleep on the bed if I had that long day. And I have not been to Cancun, but I have been to Guatemala and I have been to the Bahamas. The sun out there, the sun in the Caribbean, the sun in Central America, it hits differently. The closer to the equator you get, the crazier it gets. So I know that when you're out in that sun, and it's even than the south of the southern parts of America, Caribbean and Mexico, and like I said, I've been to Guatemala. That sun just hits you, right? It drains you even further. And let's see, we got some pictures here of Dave and Tim, really nice. I know you got some posters here. We got Dave
in the ocean, but
Dave introducing and making into this. Dave talking about someone going to the bathroom in the ocean here.
And you can like to discourage you from peeing in the ocean, but that doesn't matter if you already have. It's nice that you would all come down, and I hope you like the way this stage is facing. And I wanted to come out first and introduce friends of mine from Tucson, and so please have a good time and show them all the love you can. Calexico.
All right, and there we go. That's where Shane was right there. That's a pretty nice spot. And let's see, you were at the pool. This is Lawler.
This is a beautiful song called Marry Me Once. No.
Very cool. So let's get to your comments here. So we're going to put these up. First comment here. Oh, couldn't connect to the chat. All right. So the show started 15 minutes early. Wow. So that probably threw everyone off. Okay. Unbelievable energy. Lots of Dave speak. Very cool. And we just played a video of him. Now, this was before Dave and Tim actually took the stage. This is when he's introducing the opener. But I'm sure he was, had some stuff. So let's look at this one. So he's saying choppy video, internet connection at the stage was awful. Okay. I wonder if they did that on purpose because they don't want this stuff to come out. Maybe not, but at the end of the day, you're on a beach. That's the thing, is this is a resort, but you're not. You're supposed to be lost in the show. So they probably, that's what probably made it difficult for people. Or it could have just been night one and they were overloaded with fans all there. All right, so it was choppy internet. Okay. So you couldn't connect to the chat, and no worries. Thank you again just for being on, Shane. And if you're gone and we hope you have to leave while we're talking. Hope you have a wonderful night. Matt says Get rid of Jimmy. You got yourself an incredible show. I disagree in the sense that this is a Dave and Tim Jimmy thing. I find Dave and Tim Jimmy thing because it's not the full band. I really don't care about the horn Jimmy thing. Well, not the horn. Rashawn. I don't need Rashawn or some guest trombonist or like I don't need any of those things. Like it does not do anything for me. It just doesn't. But I don't mind Jeff that much. I'm not like but Jimmy thing, if it's just Dave and Tim, I actually prefer that better. So I don't think that's a throwaway in this case because it's not full band. But obviously, are there songs you would have over Jimmy thing, Dave and Tim, of course. So looks like he said told a 10 to 15-minute story about a safari and witnessing a lion kill a warthog. Okay, that's awesome. By the way, I've been in 2007. I went on a safari in South Africa, which is Dave's home state, not home state, home country. Um, it is hard to actually see things in action. Now, there are some safaris that it's more of a very, very small, like if you go to Disney, I've been to the Disney safari, they just have all the animals right there. But like I went to a national park in South Africa, Pilanesberg National Park, and we saw um animals, but like I didn't see a wild cheetah the whole time. We were out there for like 3-4 hours because it's just such a large area. It's like literally it's a national park, but the animals have, you know, hundreds of kilometers to roam. So you don't necessarily find things right there. Like I did see zebras. But anyway, that's a little fun side fact that if certain safaris are scams out in Africa, certain safaris like the one I was in was at a national park, but you're not guaranteed to see everything. I saw hippos, I saw giraffes, I saw zebras crossing the road, but you're not guaranteed to see everything because it's so large. Anyway, that's a cool. He's safari. Hey, Amy, thank you for being on. I know it's 11 o'clock your time, Central Standard Time. Okay. And then, so Dave said it happened 20 feet away and described how violent and brutal the kill was. Described the family was traumatized. Whoa. I bet. I mean, that's lion going after their prey is no joke. Oh, I bet seeing that in person, right? I didn't see any kills in the safari I went to. And the safari driver had a rifle in case one of the rhinos wanted to charge our little cart, but that did not happen. So Matt says would like to see another Fool to Think. Dave and Tim saw that SPAC and it was unbelievable, although it does fit the current band situation. Yeah, Fool to Think. I haven't heard it anywhere. You probably went. I think you went night 2. You probably went night 2 in 2017 because I went night 1 in 2017, and they played it night 2 in 2017. Yeah, that's a song that is best. Like the full band literally is made for that song. So right, Fool to Think, What You Are, those everyday songs, those 3 everyday songs. Even Sleep to Dream Her, If I Had It All, like those fit to me the new band the best. What are you saying? You were hooking up with your DMB? What's PL? I don't know what PLP stands for. Now, if we look at the set, we talked about the first 5. It's a nice way to start. The Stone, I love the Stone coming. If the Stone comes out night 1, I had the Stone Cold Steve Austin gif on Twitter. But I love that Up and Away to the Stone. I only can imagine how awesome that was. And let us know your favorite song. Shane, if you can let us know what was your favorite song of the night. And Matt said he was at SPAC Night 2 in 2017. Dave and Tim is one of the best shows he's been to. Yeah. I mean, it's just. Oh, Timmy was unbelievable on the Stone. Oh, he is off. He is even on the electric guitar is amazing. But I've heard both Dave and Tim and the full band. It is awesome. So the crowd went crazy for the opener. So if you, I'm sure, I know you're probably just getting your internet connection back here, Mile High Dad, but it was the first time Good Time opened up a show, opened up like was the show opener, and the first time it's been played since 2014. First time by Dave and Tim. But the Stone, and then you get a little break by Tim. You get Sweet 41. It's a nice little run. Then you do have Samurai Cop. Samurai Cop is actually not bad. Again, that's the thing about Dave and Tim. I really don't care what they play. If they're going to give me 23 songs. Gray Street third verse got a loud reaction. So I did hear that on Rab's. I was at a hockey game tonight, and I was during intermission, not halftime, the second intermission, I think it was. I saw that Mr. Stevenson went live, and I did hear that Gray Street. So Rob did stream that. So us people at home did get to hear that. So that's interesting. Yeah, I did. We did hear that third verse, and even people in the chat on Instagram were like, third verse. Oh, it's happening. Got Virginia in the Rain, So Damn Lucky, Man of Food, Out of My Hands, Billy's. Shane, was Dave on the piano for Out of My Hands? I'm guessing he was. But if you can confirm if Dave was on piano. I'm not, we weren't there. If so, we don't know. There. Billy's and Best of What's Around tops out the end of that. Are the high? Those are songs that stick out to me towards the end of the set. And Cornbread into Two Step. So again, a Stone night one, a two-step night one, Up and Away night one, right? It only makes you hope. Okay, so it was a drawn out. So we can confirm from Shane, aka Mile High Dad, that Out of My Hands was, Dave was on the piano. It was drawn out, slow, and incredible. So that is awesome that he took his time with it. And many times when Dave slows things down, it's typically better. I still haven't gotten any sleep. Yeah, I was up till like 2 a.m. And then I went to pick up hockey this morning at 6 a.m. And then I went to a hockey game. Amy, I don't know if you saw this, but these are my wonderful parents. My parents went to UMass. I told this story the other stream, but I'm a UConn fan, so that's us at the game. UMass won by 1 goal. UConn almost, like, they had seconds on the clock and they almost scored, but it went wide, and it was a heartbreaking loss, but it was a fun game. Those are my parents, and that's me. Obviously, it's your boy, and I took a picture of it. They're so cute. That's my mama and daddy. Yeah, so it was a fun night. So yeah, I can't stop going to live events, and I'm just trying to make up for the lost time of the pandemic. That was a tradition we started the year right before the pandemic. In 2019, we decided, hey, we're gonna go make this a yearly thing, and then 2020 hit, and the whole season was put on hold, and now in 2021. That season, beginning of 2021, there was no fans allowed, and then fall into this year, 2022. Finally, we were able to get back. So anyway, but the most important thing about Dave and Tim, it doesn't matter what they play. You can always appreciate things. Just like Shane said, Out of My Hands was drawn out and slow, and it added to the dramatic. Handsome couple, yeah, they're great. I love my parents. So it, it doesn't matter what they play, but then on top of that, it's only a bonus. It's only a bonus that from there they start off with a good time. They have a too high, they have an up and away, and they have a stone, right? And you're not even done right from there. So I think that's what makes this so great is that they're just doing so many things here. And again, to have a two-step night one, that's a song that obviously doesn't get played as much anymore, mostly because of Carter and how it's fixing on him. Even if they play it early, even if they play it in the middle, it's just a song that gets him. And that's how musicianship is. There's just certain songs like "Angry Young Man," Billy Joel. He doesn't play that song very off. Rare that he plays that song. You can count on your hands the amount of times he's played it in the last, I think, 10 years. It's not that frequent. But he used to play that all the time. It used to be a staple of the show, like two step used to be in the 90s. It was a staple, but it's just certain techniques as you age, whatever element you develop as well, what stuff hurts, right? Everything ends up hurting, right, as you get older, but some things hurt more than others, and certain techniques are more taxing than others. So this is a great set. It's nice to see though that you got a lot of different things. And if we go over to the set, yeah, five Some Devil, very interesting. Five Some Devil, three Crash, three Busted Stuff, two Under the Table, two Before These Crowded Streets, two Tim Solo, two Come to Love, one Miscellaneous, one Unreleased, one Stand Up, one Away from the World. And let's get back over to our buddy, My High Dead, Virginia in the Rain on guitar, although piano was on stage. Interesting. So there was a piano. Now, at that time, now, if you can let us know too, did they pull out was the piano there the whole time? Did they slide it out right before Virginia in the Rain? Um, Let us know. But yeah, very interesting. I mean, obviously, Dave, pretty much, if it's not full band, he's on, he's on his acoustic guitar anyway. I believe if we go to the tape, Dave Matthews, man. Go to the tape. Dave back before Buddy did play the keys, right? Yeah. This is okay, so he opted not to use the keys even though they were available to him, and he would use them for Out of My Hand. So yeah, just another thing there. This is my video. This is my first pit show right here, 2015.
But you never know till
Okay, so yeah, this is before Buddy Strong. Oh, so it was set up before he came on stage. Okay. So it just was available for the entire show. He opted not to use it for Virginia in the Rain. Okay. Very interesting. And yeah, like I said before, he's pretty much even at the Gorge when I went with the unique alternate format. He just played it acoustically, right? This was one of those songs in acoustic. He didn't wait for Buddy to come on. But because Buddy's not, well, I mean, who knows? He could be a surprise guest. I don't have any intel, full disclosure, but we assume Buddy's not going to be guest. He's not on stage with them. It's just Dave and Tim that are 100% guaranteed. So It looks like he just stuck with what he's been doing for the Dave and Tim or Dave solo for Virginia in the Rain, is do it acoustically. Okay. So, if you can let us know too, Shane, how was the crowd? Was there any issues? Was there awesome camaraderie? Like, let us know how the crowd was, and also the sound. I'm interested to see how the sound was. We do have let's see, the DMB Gorge crew did have a 41. See if we can pull this up here. Okay, so there's a piano. I'm trying to do a side by side to see if we can. Oh no, let's do this. Here we go. So you guys can see the piano right there, the bottom right of your screen, the bottom right of the main picture from this Twitter. So there's that piano there. So that interesting. It's on stage. All right, and then I think Dave told long stories because very little long jamming. Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, because you don't have that ability to do those extended jams with Dave and Tim, right? Most of them aren't going to be that long. Even a Seek Up, if they were to do it, wouldn't be that long. So yeah, he can tell those stories, get some extra, mileage out on the set time or however long they're planning to play. He can tell those stories, and he did do that at the Gorge. He did tell some stories and share some things, and get some covers in there because they had to fill time. So that is one of the bonuses of having Dave and Tim is you have all this time to fill. They're not going to be jamming 45 minutes. So you get to have some fun stories, some fun banter. Crowd was nice. We didn't want to play the rail 15 row game. So we set up in front of the soundboard. Okay. I feel you. And if we could go to Mile High Dad, yeah. That's the thing is when you get, I'm sure if anyone who has tried to line up for anything like the pit or even just seen Dave at a festival and it's flat, they ended up electing to be here versus those first 15 rows. It's a little tighter. You don't really see much over people, but when you get a little bit of space, when you get that perfect mix of space, the space between, right? You get that perfect balance of space and the sound is more balanced and you can see over the people that are all huddled up in front. That makes sense, right? I feel you on that. Say, look, I'm not going to fight this or have to feel uncomfortable. I'm just going to sit back right at the soundboard. And yeah, really, really nice view. Really nice view. And you had, really, it beats my view out the window over here. When I tell you Mile High Dad, now the weather system is probably different in Denver. It is right now 19 degrees. This time last night at 12:17 a.m. on the 18th, because right now it's tomorrow. You're an hour behind us, Shane, in Cancun, which is actually an hour ahead for you because you're Mountain Time. Not to confuse the audience, but it was like 57 degrees when I got home from John Mayer last night around 1 a.m. and now it's 19 degrees. So we had this storm front come through and it brought in this cold air. But before that storm front came through, it was like 60 degrees yesterday. And in Connecticut, that's, it can happen, but it's very rare that we're getting to 60 degrees in February, right? We've gotten to 50 sometimes, but it's 19 degrees right now. Let's see what it is in Denver. Let's see what it is in Denver there, just to give you. It's 33 degrees, right? Feels like 28. So yeah, you got a little bit more warmth out in Cancun than your hometown there, Shane. But yeah, it's 19 here in Connecticut, cold Connecticut. And that cold, when I tell you that temperature swing was brutal in the last 24 hours. Like, it was actually warmer at 8 a.m. If you look here on Instagram, on my Instagram, I'm shouting, hey, telling everyone to have a good time and that it's warm. So let's go back to this here. As Brother Stevenson says, time to make the donuts or eat them. All right? Sending my love to everyone out there in Cancun. Don't feel guilty for us out here in our regular lives. By the way, it's like 55 degrees here right now in Connecticut at 8:20 a.m. So some breeze came back, but I hope everyone enjoys Dave and Tim in Mexico. I know a lot went into this. The narrator comes on, and then it got cold as heck. Like, literally within an hour of me putting this on at around 8:30, the temperature dropped 10 degrees, and then it got down lower and lower, and it hit the floor. Shorty got lower, and it's 19 degrees right now. I went to put extra gas in my car because my tank was on E. Because sometimes when it gets this cold, it doesn't, most times you're fine, right? But I don't like having my tank on E when it gets this cold because there can be problems. Oh, it's 28 out there in Iowa for Amy. So I went to get my tank. I just put a little bit, because I'm going to be going. I like to make trips up to Massachusetts to get gas. It's not that far from me. It justifies. So I just put a little bit of Connecticut gas in tonight to keep me until I can get up to Massachusetts at some point this weekend. Gas is like can be 20-30 cents cheaper just by going over the border from Connecticut to Massachusetts. So I get Massachusetts gas when I can. All right, so that's really it. Like I said, I'm gonna try to work behind the scenes. I was supposed to have someone on, it didn't end up working, and it's fine. Like, it's fine because I know that people are in paradise. You're on vacation, right? You're not a block. You're like, right? You don't have to call in, right? And plus, you're getting back to your hotel room. You've been out all day. It's hot. It's night one, right? And maybe you have some drinks, and maybe you don't want to be on the air, which is fine, right? You guys are not driving, right? You guys are in vacation. So I will be on the next 2 nights for Dave and Tim. We'll try to throw in some topics here and there about just general stuff, and we may have more information on ticket confirmations. We should all know by Monday at 11:59. But hey, that they say 11:59, but it could be later. Hey, Michael, Nice to see you. I don't think I've seen you on here in the live stream in a minute. I feel like it's been a minute, but thank you for popping in. We were just going over Dave and Tim. There's not the thing is, like, I know I'm doing these streams every night. There's not much I can say about Dave and Tim that's like negative, or just that I can talk about. It's just everything they play is good. Everything they play is good. Now, the other side of that is, again, the full band is the best, right? The full band just gives you so many nuances, but at the same time, there are things that the full band will play that just makes me go run to get some water or go and get some food or get a drink. Wait, Amy, your gas is $3.09 a gallon? Are you talking about? That is low compared to Connecticut. Gas here, some parts of Connecticut, gas is like 360, 370 a gallon. But it's just, that's how it is. Different parts of the country have different gas. And you guys have to drive further in Iowa to really get to places, get to big cities, get to main things. So it all evens out. I'm extremely close to major cities. So while gas is more, it's shorter for me to get to a major city. So, but yeah, I mean, we got what we got. Michael, I know you're coming in late. Apparently, one of the issues, we were talking to Mile High Dad, aka Shane, and his chat information. He was given some answers. There was not a good internet connection, the Wi-Fi or the service, right? Your 3G, 4G. Michael says gas is $3.30 in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Okay. That's on the coast, right? I'm thinking of it. Muscle Shoals, is that on the coast? That's on the Gulf of Mexico, right? I'm trying to look at a map. I'm a geography nerd. So let's see. I want to say that's on the. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. What? Oh my gosh, it's in northern. Why did I think Muscle Shoals, Alabama was okay? You're closer to Tennessee. Oh, it's 31 degrees out there. Never mind, I was wrong. Northwest Alabama. So you guys aren't, you're a stone's throw away from Memphis. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So there's one thing that's really, and I've mentioned it on here. Oh, Respect, Aretha Franklin. Okay. And countless others. Very, very cool. I didn't know that Aretha was in Northwest Alabama. Muscle Shoals. Oh, you know what? The revival list. Not, like I said, I'm sure there's a history out there. I have to actually look that up because I didn't know that. I love learning new things about history and especially music. Muscle Shoals documentary. I'll try to look for that. The Revivalists did a session out there. Now this is more recent. This is like a couple years ago. They did a session out there in Muscle Shoals. The Revivalists. They're awesome. But one thing that is frustrating me now, every year if you're part of Dave Matthews Band groups, especially ones that are more just open to people of all different experience levels, you're going to see the same things. You're going to see people talking about pending charges on their credit card or final charges on their credit card. And yes, I know I'm going to get this, this, and this. And sometimes they still don't get it. And it's kind of funny, but not that you're hoping people don't get what they want, but Etta James, Little Richard Wilson. That's interesting that was in Alabama. I guess the documentary will explain that. Because I know, like, even with Motown, a lot of those artists were up there where, segregation wasn't an issue, and there was, Barry Gordy. Well, anyway, I don't want to get too much into okay. Oh, you just got home from a show with David Hood playing bass, one of the original Swampers. Very, very cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I have to look that up. But what was I saying? So there's different things. People talking about tickets. I'm doing this. I'm going to this show. What's the pit like at this show? What's the on sale? How do I join the warehouse? Right? Why should I join the warehouse? Why are there tickets on StubHub and SeatGeek? Da, 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 da. Right? Those don't really bother me as much. What bothers me is when people are nervous about, oh wow, the Stones recorded Brown Sugar and Wild Horses and Muscle Show. Very awesome. I have to look that up, the documentary. But I don't like when people talk about what covers they want to hear from DMB. That grinds my gears, and I'm trying to scroll past it, and I know I can scroll past it. I really can. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it all. But the freaking covers, I have to. So you know what I do now? I don't say anything mean. I just put a Dave Matthews Band song or a Dave solo song or an unreleased song that maybe Dave and Tim play or the full band plays. That's what I do. I just put it in the atmosphere. I want them to cover their own stuff. I don't mock the person. I don't say anything mean to them. I just say I want Dodo. I want Shotgun, right? Not the Junior Walker interpolation that Buddy does for stand up. I want Shotgun, right? Okay, it looks like Dr. Dre had a studio restored out there. Very cool. All right, guys. That's really all I have for tonight. Stay tuned for tomorrow night. It'll be a little bit earlier than when I got on tonight. Follow me on Twitter, ConcertViz34 on Twitter and Instagram, and you'll be able to know when I go live. You'll see a post from there, and also hit the notification bell on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and from there you'll be able to be alerted when I go live. But I really appreciate the support. Nice to have you guys on. I really appreciate it. I know Greg and Amy, you guys have been on earlier this week with me on Wednesday. And Connor is always supportive when he can be. Mile High Dad was on, aka Shane Whitford. I hope you and the wife are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well, and you guys log off. I'm telling you right now, if you're still on Mile High Dad, log off. Enjoy Mexico. I am banning you from, now that you gave us the pertinent information we need about how night one is. I'm banning you from the rest of the final 2 minutes of this stream. You need to enjoy Mexico, even if it's sleeping in your bed, because listen, that sun is brutal. Appreciate it, Michael. I really appreciate it. I will keep the DMB talk burning on YouTube. I will keep it, because as long as I have the time, I will continue to do this. So I really appreciate it. Why don't I like covers? So here's the thing. I'll get into this and then call it a night. I don't mind when other acts actually do covers. Like, for instance, Tedeschi Trucks Band, they have Angel from Montgomery. Susan Tedeschi sounds great. Dave Matthews Band sounds great playing their own music, and they have so many hits. They have so many gems. They have so many things that they can explore that most bands can't explore, right? There's a lot of acts that, you have your favorite songs by them, but that's it, right? They may be the more bigger hits. DMB has a whole catalog of almost over 100 songs, and the covers, to me, it's like to take time away from relearning the catalog and revamping. Like, I love what they did with Sweet in 2021. I love what they did with Lying in the Hands of God from 2018 to present. I'd rather them work on their own work instead of trying to replicate someone else. Like, when Watchtower ends a show, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Well, I guess, listen, I enjoy. Actually, no, that's not true. I'm happy after every show, but I'm not a fan of it being. I'm not like it. It doesn't thrill me when Watchtowers end a show, and I've had like a couple shows end on Watchtower, and I've had some one encore Watchtowers. Gorge 2019 night 3. My first trip to the Gorge, the last encore was just Watchtower. They did Watchtower and they left. I was like, bruh. I was like, come on. Yeah, I don't like the covers. And I mean, no, not that I don't like they do a pretty decent job, like A Long Black Veil, right? Do a pretty decent job. It's just I would rather have a Dave Matthews Band song there. Much rather have a Dave Matthews Band song than them covering another song. And there are some bands that do a great job covering. I support local artists that just do covers, and that's how they make some money. Like, they'll be scheduled, so they may not be scheduled to play their own solo music. That's how a lot of artists make it on. They get these gigs at a bar and they just do a bunch of covers. So they have to read the room, read the bar, and then do a bunch of covers. And then from there, someone may notice them. Hey, we want you to do half covers, half your regular stuff. Then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're being either signed to a label, or you're setting up things, and you have a solo career. It starts off by doing covers. So I'm not against people who do covers, and there's some great musicians who do covers, but I just, for D&B, for that limited time we have with them in a given show, and it really, life is short, right? I want D&B songs. Yeah, put that on a shirt. Life is short. No covers at a D&B show. Or life is short. Play your original songs. All right, and yeah, Mike, I'll look up some of that later, but I do need to go to sleep. So, Amy, I don't think they get bored with them. That's the thing, is like they just don't explore their catalog. There's a lot of songs that just aren't played. Like, for instance, tonight we had Good Time. Good Time has only been played like 30 something times, 33 times. That's not a lot. Since 2004, 33 times. They could explore that song full band, right? Too High. Let's go to that all time. A lot of this was just Dave and Friends. There's only 12 versions of Too High that have been played live ever. I would rather them explore this than trying to learn some new cover, right? Up and Away. Let's look at Up and Away. 17 total plays, and these are like Dave and Friends, and like, if you look at the person now, they haven't even played this full band. They haven't played Up and Away full band from what it looks like here. They haven't played it. So, like, that's something they could explore, because it was recorded with a session band, with Dave being the focal point of that. So they could have a full band Up and Away. Even if it was for one tour. That's the thing, is like, I'm not even saying they have to make this stuff a staple. I love 2013 when they brought Captain back. Captain, at least in the Northeast. You may have not felt it in the Midwest and in the South and in the West Coast, but they brought Captain back in the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. It was awesome. You had it played in Hartford and in Mansfield and in Camden. Just some great shows out there. All right, I need to go to bed. Like I said, if I'm going to be ready, I need to, just like my high dad needs to rest. I need to rest. Whew, I am tired. All right. Well, thank you guys for the support. And I do this for you guys. I do this for the people. We're going to end out here. All right. We're going to do. We'll do Sister. We're going to do a nice little Sister here. This is the Batson Sessions version of Sister. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Passing time with you in mind. It's another quiet night. Feel the ground against my back, counting stars against the black. Thought about another day, wishing I was far away. Wherever I dreamed I was, you were there with me. Sister, I hear you laugh, my heart fills full of. Keep me, please, sister, when you cry, I feel your tears running down my face. Sister, sister, keep me. I would never make it through. I hope you always know it's true. You could make the sun go dark just by walking away. Playing like we used to play, like it would never go away. I feel you beating in my chest. I'd be dead without. Sister, when you laugh, my heart fills full of. Keep me, please, sister, when you cry, I feel your tears running down my face. Sister, sister, you keep me. Sister, keep me. I hope you always know it's true. I would never make it through. You could make the heavens fall just by walking away. Sister, when you laugh, my heart fills full of. Keep me, please, sister, when you cry, I feel your tears running down my face. Sister, sister, you keep me.